Who's that girl? Na 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 na. She's a seer. Na 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 na. Hi soul seekers, welcome back to the channel. My name is Desire. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for all your love and support. It is truly greatly appreciated. So we're going to be jumping right into this reading. Show me clearly, please, and thank you, Father. What are the messages for the soul seekers at this time? All praise to Ephi. Alright, so as you can see, you already have some energies out, okay? They came out during my pre-shuffle, my meditative state, and I was asked to keep them. So, now you have, I feel like this is multiple people here in your energy, but I feel like one person in particular is the most affected by, you have a lot of people in your energy that's just simply like in regret. They're miserable with their choices, just unhappy with the decisions that they've made in their life, especially in comparisons to you. Now these could be lovers, these could be family members, these could have been friends or foes, you know, fake ass friends, fake ass relatives, untrustworthy. I don't feel like the lovers, well, let's just get into it. So you have conflict magic, not magic, okay? So there's some conflict magic going on right now. Conflict, marriage, evidence, sweet dream, live and learn, profession, stop, and reservation. So the first and strongest energy I was getting in my meditative state was this is someone who heavily regrets a decision that they made, because it was like it was easy to make it. Like, it was very easy for them to make it, but it's very difficult for them to undo this, to get out of some type of a contract. Just like a marriage. It's easy to get married. Everything's all lined up. It's just like a pretty easy process from what I assume. But I know, like, getting divorced is very difficult. Is like, it's harder to get divorced than it is to get married or something like that. It's a situation like that that someone is sitting in. Like, it was easy for me to get into this, but it's a binding contract, so it's not as easy for me to walk away. There's fines, there's fees, there's repercussions, like a contract. Any contract, especially like in the industry, you hear it all the time. They give you everything you want up front. You sign that contract and it's like you be under their fucking control possibly the rest of your fucking career, because it's almost impossible to get out of certain contracts that people quickly jump into. And this didn't even have to be, if this is a marriage, because it's not for all of you, it's really not, but if it is a marriage and it's pertaining to someone that's connected to you somehow, they didn't really jump into it. They could have known this person for a few years, but they still didn't know what they were getting themselves into. It's one of those situations where you don't know a person until you marry to them. You know how some people say, like, you don't know a person until you have slept with them, or you don't know a person until you live with them. I'm getting a situation like you don't know a person until you like fully commit and marry them. And then whoever this person is, I'm getting they're connected to your energy, or this could be you. This could be you I'm reading directly, so flip and switch it. Either way, a lot of things have started to come to the light, especially the last 3 to 6 months of 2025. Okay, so this person could still be finding out shit about this person that they committed themselves to. Now, if it's not a full-on marriage, if it's not a marriage at all, if it's not a romantic relationship at all, these are people who jump the gun still. It's like they didn't know what they were fully getting themselves into until they had signed that dotted line. They took that oath. They agreed to do certain things. All right, this is binding contracts, whatever type of a contract it is. But for some of you, it's a marriage. So take that marriage energy as it resonates. And even those of you where this is pertaining to a marriage or someone's marriage, that is a binding contract. That is something that solidifies you not only here in the physical, but also spiritually. And that does affect, once you bind and attach and tie yourself to another person's spirit, that greatly affects what you receive, the trajectory of your life, the direction that your life goes in. That's a very critical decision. That's a major life decision to get married. That's why I ain't never been and being my baby daddy and being my husband is two different things, okay? Being a mother, a beautiful fucking mother, and being a wife is two different things, honey. I've never been quick So I've been proposed to 3 times. I've been proposed to 3 times, and it's like no, no, and no. On a soul level, it's just I can't do it. I don't give a fuck. Social media, the family, the exes, the naysayers, I don't care. Like, y'all can say what y'all want to say about me. Y'all can keep thinking what you want to think. I'm not binding myself to no motherfucking body. I'm not doing it. And if I do ever do it, you gotta believe. You better believe it was God. All the Orishas came to me and told me it's okay. All right, that's scary. Now that is scary to me, to bind myself to somebody because I love them. But anyway, that's just my take on it, because I always knew before I even knew, like, that's some serious shit right there. Now, people you fuck and you can get pregnant within 5 minutes of having sex with somebody. That's natural. Animals get pregnant. That's the natural order of natural order of life. Procreating is what we're here to do. That's what we have our private parts for, to procreate. That's the most natural thing. But binding yourself to someone, having a ceremony, a ritual, and then fucking having a ritual and then a ceremony every year of that ritual, which is called your anniversary, like it never sat right with me. But anyway, this is a situation where they really could have jumped into it, and they binded themselves to someone in spirit, and it has changed the course of their life. So whoever this person is, and again, if it's not marriage, it's something. They binded themselves to this person. They took an oath. They joined this coven, this cult, this society. It's like they can't back out of it. I'm hearing something about something done in blood. Okay, a blood oath. Someone did some shit. They did something. It was way easier, 10 times easier to do. They can't undo it, or it's like over my dead body type shit. Like, I'm being reminded of like games and stuff. Like, you jump out, like you may not even survive it. Like, you want to leave, you know what you got to go through to leave, so you might as well stay. Like, jump in, jump out is what I'm hearing. Now all this person can think about is like what their life should have been, what it still could be, because they've definitely found out something about this contract, this binding contract, whether it's love, business, platonic, something that some family members came together and did. Ooh. For some of you, someone forged some signatures as well, is what I'm hearing and seeing. And this forging of signatures is connected to you somehow, divine masculine, divine feminine. You were due to receive something, or something is rightfully yours. Something tangible here, okay? It's either like some material gain or financial gain. It's yours. It rightfully belongs to you, but I'm seeing someone forging a signature. This definitely may be your signature, or redid some documents and forged someone's signature, all right? Someone's under investigation. They have no idea. Whoever this person is, and it could be a couple, it could be like a masculine and feminine that's married. I was gonna say husband and wife, but I'm also getting same sex marriages as well. Something significant, like whoever these people are, it was they did it together. It's like a couple of people, and they have no idea that they're under investigation. I'm hearing they're not going to know until everything's wrapped up, because that's how investigations go, is what I'm hearing. Like, they make sure that they have everything that they need so whatever these charges are can stick. All right, that's a very specific message. Of course, that's not going to resonate with everyone, but I feel like you know intuitively, or you know like what's been going on, all right, legally in your life, because something was left to you. Something possibly was promised to you, but you have yet to receive that. And it could have been connected to like a passed on loved one. Like, you're going to be okay when I leave. Someone made some type of a preparations to make sure that you will be okay, and you haven't received this. I'm being reminded of that reading I did recently. Someone is not dead. They did this to take care of you, but what they found out. Okay, so go check that reading out if you haven't. Someone's not dead. Yeah. Anyway, so that just came through. That was a channeling that just came through. All right. But when it pertains to like this general energy here, These people, like, they have no idea, like, the fucking karma that's returning to them. They still think that they're okay. For the simple fact they got away with whatever it is that they did. Those of you where you are in a binding contract in a form of marriage, you could be like finding out, or this person has recently found out that they married like a witch or a warlock or someone who's very manipulative. All they do is play with spirits and play in people's energy to get what they want. It's like this person is finally seeing another person or group of people for who they truly are, after it's, you know, quote unquote too late. After they already made this life-changing decision that they can't readily walk away from. Being promised, when it pertains to like these occults and all of this shit, like being promised a certain lifestyle, being able to manifest and attract a certain amount of money, having like the man or woman that they want, kind of like that Aladdin energy, like I can grant your wishes type of energy, but you have to agree, you have to commit, you have to take this oath, you have to join this covenant, this occult, be a part of this society. That's the only way that I can guarantee that your wishes will come true. Literally. And now all of these people, they're in the finding out season because they already fucked around. So these relationships are crumbling. This is what has been going on throughout 2025, but very heavily like the last 3 to 6 months of 2025. We got 1 more month left, so it's like these people, they better brace for impact is what oh my god, I just heard brace for impact. Okay, these people, a lot of these people are still undergoing like the finding out period. Finding out shit within these relationships, these people being investigated, things being seized and revoked from these people. I'm hearing something about a cease and desist, shit getting just shut down left and right, businesses going under in under 24 hours. It's a lot of chaos that's going on around. And it's like it's all somehow connected to you. These are people who wronged you, family members, frenemies, lovers, secret societies, organizations. But now these people's lives are being ripped apart personally. Okay, united we stand, divided we fall. Mine say united we stand, divided we never fall, because I know who I stand with. These are people who stand with criminals, lawless people, just unethical, soulless, demonic people. So they all band together because that's that power in numbers. These societies, these covens, these cults, it's power in numbers because they are nothing alone. Even together, they're still not as strong as they would like to think. That's that demonic illusion. And now they're falling divided. These are people whose lives are being picked apart, is what I'm hearing, being picked apart personally, like their private life. So this karma has hit their home. This karma has located these people addresses. All right, and these people definitely were warned for years. This is not some shit that happened overnight. Just like it took years for you to bounce back, for you to gain stability, or those of you where you're in the beginning of your journey, and I'm just being completely honest and transparent, it may take several years for you to finally see like the light at the end of the tunnel, truly like, okay, the tide really has turned for me. Things are really working in my favor. That may take years for you to witness that, okay? I'm just being honest, okay? I don't want you to think that everyone is going to have a breakthrough and everything's going to be easy peasy in 3 to 6 months. Sometimes it takes 3 to 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. So I'm just being real with you about that. And like in that time frame, like no matter how long it may take, you have all of the space and opportunity to increase your relationship with the divine. Because once this shit breaks, whether it's weeks, months, or years for some of you, and those of you where it may take years or it has taken years for something to be broken off of you from something that someone else did to you, to stop having an effect over your life, after it took years, it's like you're such a different person now. So it's like you can look back and see like what those years did to you as a man or as a woman, and now you're fully ready to receive anything that was held or restricted from you, because now you have the mind and the spirit, and it's like you're never going to let anyone come into your life or anything stop you again. But back to this energy. these people, just like it took, they had the same time frame. Basically, they had the same amount of hours in the day, the same 7 days, 24 hours, and they refused to stop. So now it's like time is up regardless. Time is up regardless. Something has already run its course, and you, divine masculine, divine feminine, you survived this time frame, this timeline. They have no choice but to stop now. And so whatever was on hold for you, you're receiving it. For a lot of you, this is real-time energy. That's why it's coming out that way. Others of you where this message may not be resonating with you, it doesn't mean that it won't later on down the line, depending on what choices you make. But yeah, for some of you, again, it's coming back up. I don't know if this is like an ex-lover of yours or someone where they feel like they should have been with you. They continue to like get some type of evidence and confirmation that they made the wrong decision in love. This is a person who just knows like the two of you would be perfect for each other. If this is someone who had a relationship or some type of a connection with you in the past, it was a pretty healthy one. It was the most healthy, most mature, most loving connection that they could have had with someone. You may feel the same way about this person. Those of you where it is someone who could have like went and got married or committed themselves to someone, and now realizing like I binded myself to the wrong man or woman, not really understanding what marriage really is and what it does in the spirit and how it affects your physical reality, because you have agreed to say yes on a soul level and not really knowing that person's spirit. This is someone who didn't know someone's soul. They didn't know someone's spirit. They simply couldn't see. Their third eye was blocked or blind or something like that. And now they see this man or woman on a soul level, who they really are. And they see what that energy has not produced in their life. This is a man or woman who is stuck and stagnant, and they're unhappy and they're unsatisfied. And now all the signs are pointing to this marriage, or pointing to this commitment, this contract that they took with this person or group of people. Like this is the main reason. This is the source. Someone is getting to the source of their problem. All right. And those of you, again, where this is like groups of people, societies, and organizations, they have been discovered. Like karma has located these motherfuckers. And it's all stemming back to a contract. Something that they did, that they took oath to, that they literally signed. Okay, marriage license. These these scribes and, you know, these contracts that they have in these organizations and these societies. It's like you have to sign the dotted line, and like that signing in blood, like putting someone had to do something in blood. They had to sign a signature and do like a blood fingerprint or thumbprint or some shit like that. It's all fucking satanic. It's all ritualistic. Let's see. What else here, Spirit? Can we have more on this reservation energy, please? Yeah, wow. We all have our own choices. We all have free will. And this is talking about divine masculine, divine feminine, who have made the right free will choices, who have made the highest vibrational free will choices. You committed yourself to your higher self, to your journey, to your path, your calling. And it's like you don't have anything to worry about. Nothing's going to be taken from you. You have truly broken some type of a chain, a stronghold. The wheel has truly begun to turn in your favor. All right. And it's like some people, again, whoever agreed to go against you, that marriage energy aside, whoever agreed to go against you with these groups, they see it. They're like scratching their fucking head because something has physically started to manifest in your life and it's not stopping. These people can see in spirit that something is headed towards you, or you have already received something and there's nothing they can do about it. I'm tapping into the energy of like karmic seers and readers and spiritualists. They have foresight, they have abilities, but they use them to hurt people. All right, I'm tapping into that type of an energy. People who can see, people who can read, people who can tap into energy, and they know it. Like, okay, well, something's done and it's never going back. And some of these people who are being hired paid to like look into the energy and see, a lot of them are just taking these people's money, these family members, these foes, these ex-lovers, these organizations who have hired people like myself to go against you. But they're not like me, they're nothing like me, they're beneath me, because they do unethical shit. No one will ever come to me and hire me because they know my fucking integrity. Like, are you out your fucking mind? Like, did you just ask me to do what? Okay, no. People already know. I think I've made enough reputation for myself to like, don't even fucking approach me with that fuck shit. Your money's no good here. I'm not on that side. That's not my agenda. Alright? But it's people out here like me. And they are on that side. There is their agenda because it's easier for them to get to the top. It's easier until it's not. Until they realize it was all a dream, that was all an illusion. Everything that I received overnight is being taken from me overnight. Like I said, karma has found these people. And their lives are being picked apart overnight. But back to your energy, divine masculine, divine feminine, whatever you have is locked in, is solidified. That's why it took so long. Because it was a process. Alright? Someone tried to deny and reject some services, and it's like they're still forced to do it. Yeah. These fucking baby witches and warlocks, these fucking pathetic ass men and women who have gifts that have been naturally... Whew, now let me talk about this one. We about to. So it must be, I'm hitting a nerve, because some of y'all listening to this reading, y'all some baby witches and warlocks. You was born with certain abilities, something that was passed down to you from your ancestors, and instead of you doing the right thing, you decided to take the shortcut. You decided to get paid under the table. You decided to be a witch or a warlock instead of an earth angel, a spirit guide. You chose that. And now I'm getting like this little baby witch or warlock. They was living it up. They love being fucking distorted. They love being demonic. They love having that dark ass power. Well, demonic ass power. And now it's like someone has gotten scared straight, or this karma that's whooping their ass is already too much for them. They have tried to reject and deny some services. Like, you know what, I really don't do that no more. Or that's just not what I do. I'm Astro Queen. I always wondered, like, why did she fall off the way that she did? Because when I first was introduced to YouTube tarot, Astro Queen was like one of the people who I used to listen to the most. And it's like I've literally seen over the years where she has like fallen off of like her views and her support and shit like that. And they just gave me a clear example of her. So at one point she must have taken coven or oath to something dark, and she tried to stop and get out, and they won't let her. So it's people, and I'm not coming for that girl, don't care about that girl, it just came up, okay? I have nothing against that girl or nothing. I just stopped watching her a few years ago. So I'm like, something's weird about her now. Something's changed, and you can see it in her numbers, like something like she's being punished, something like that. They just brought her up. So for those of you where you may be following Astro Queen or still connected to her energetically, you may not want to be. That's just what I heard. I ain't coming for nobody. And those of you who know me, like, you know, like, I don't just be fucking naming spiritualists or readers like that. It was a reason her name just like flew out my mouth damn near. Illness, yeah, accident. These are people, Marinetti. These are people, even people on YouTube. So make sure that you are connecting to the spirits of these quote-unquote spiritualists, these readers, these advisors, these whomever they call themselves. You need to make sure that you are fact-checking their spirit, all right? And this is an age of humanity where it's like, it's so clear. People can pick it up and tell. But yeah, these are people who agree to do something, no matter who they are, what line of work, what they practice. They agreed to do something underhandedly. They knew it wasn't right when they did it, but they were so low vibrational, compromised in spirit, so defeated by life. This is their excuse, like, well, fuck it. I'm going to get what I want one way or another. I can't make it up. Mask. I didn't even know that was right there. You have mask, illness, and then accident. And now these people have no control over their life. They're stressed the fuck out. They're still being forced to do whatever it is that they were doing to try to stop the divine masculine and divine feminine. It's like, what you mean you're going to stop? What you mean that's not what you do no more? This is what the fuck you do. You're not going to stop. Did you forget about this fucking contract? Did you forget about your signature? Did you forget about this blood oath? Did you forget about all the money, all the views, all the likes, all the subscribes, all the support, all the exposure, all the fortune and fame? Did you forget about all that shit that you received? So these people are still being forced to do something, but being punished at the same time. Being stripped at the same time. Excuse me, hold on. Yeah, so again, no matter what they do, what they took oath to, whatever line of work they show up in, this could be fucking teachers and doctors, they're everywhere, okay? They're everywhere. They're your neighbors, they're your relatives, they're every fucking where. But this is talking about what they do behind closed doors. This is the power that you don't know that these people walk around with. These are the spirits that you don't know that these people embody. You only know your power, and you only know your spirit. Anything outside of you is never 100%. Alright, and that's just the honest to God truth. But you have discernment. You have a high level of intuition, so you can discern if someone that's connected to you, if their spirit is similar to yours or not. And a lot of people, your discernment has been telling you, like, no, we do not operate in the same spirits. We do not operate in the same realm of existence. You operate and live your life with dark spirits. You can tell. Without it even being shown to you, you can feel it. That's why it's so important for you to walk your path and survive your call, because you receive so much benefit. The benefit always outweighs like the problem. It always outweighs it. You just have to survive it to really live in that truth, okay? And for many of you, you did survive it, and now it's like you have all the proof, and you're so thankful that you didn't break, that you didn't bend, that you didn't turn distorted and demonic and dark and cold, because that was the agenda. All the betrayals, all the people who came into your life, the facades, the reconciliation, the humiliation, everything that you went through was meant to break you and force you to go cold and demonic, not dark, because dark is not bad. Dark is light, and light is dark. It's just how you use that energy. But this is going demonic, being distorted, all right? And it didn't work. They couldn't break you. But a lot of people have been broken, all right? And a lot of these people, a part of the agreement, the contract, a part of the oath is to go and masquerade in our communities as teachers, as doctors, as mailmans, mail ladies, as your neighbor, as your lawn service provider, as your security company, as your fucking doctor, as the city council and shit like that. That's a part of the oath. Like, you agree, and then you have to go out. I'm seeing Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm seeing, the people, yeah, ain't that Jehovah's Witnesses? They go door to door. Our daily bread, yeah. So illnesses and friendships. Yeah, but now going back on the personal level, ooh, that's so sad. And whoever these bitches is, no matter how you know them, how they know you, the agenda that they had over your life, people are, it's affecting their family now. It's affecting their loved ones. Some of these people are even children and babies, y'all. Because karma doesn't have a bias. Karma is just blind. It's blind. That's why, like, the the scales is blind. It has a blindfold. Like, this energy is going to be returned. Like, it doesn't matter if you are an infant. It doesn't matter if you, it doesn't matter. Karma does not care. When it's there to collect, it's there to collect. It's precise, whether it's good or bad. And obviously, this is horrific fucking karma, because I'm getting a very triggering image of, like, a child, or possibly, like, a baby, little babies, like, just innocence. And it's like this karma is being returned because it was summoned. These men and women, they didn't fucking put generational stain on their bloodline. Especially if someone tried to attack you, attack your babies, your children, a pregnancy here, whether you're a man or woman, you have someone attacking a pregnancy, the pregnancy of your mother's child, or you are the mother and someone was trying to attack a pregnancy in particular. Someone could have just lost a baby. A grandbaby, a niece, something. I don't want to tap into that energy. Yeah. They're just talking to me. I don't want to repeat a lot of what I'm saying because I don't want to trigger like that energy. But yeah. And this shit plays out in front of us every day, like real time. I'm just being reminded of like school massacres and shit like that. Like, that's not just by random, that's just not by coincidence. Half of these mothers and fathers and teachers, they are literally fucking witches and warlocks. But they have come in as the disguise, as this professional, as this person, as this person. But the spiritual warfare is proof. I'm just being reminded of that, like mass casualties is because these are little baby demons. They have been affected by the spirits of their mothers, their fathers, these teachers, and it's like something manifests. And then they call it a tragedy. But it's not always a fucking tragedy. It's karma being returned. It's a balance that's taking place. Because these are the same men and women, whether they're the mothers or the fathers or the staff of these schools where that shit happens, they all contributed. And these children are the fucking vessels that's just being sacrificed. Needless sacrifices. I'm hearing it's always a deeper reason. It always goes far beyond what the eye can see and what the mind is being told. Y'all, this reading all over the place, but hey, I can't control it, okay? So schedule, proposal, and then friendship, yeah. So this is you, divine masculine, divine feminine, in complete alignment to receive everything that you deserve. And for some of you, going back to this love, you know somebody who got into a commitment, possibly got married, or tied themselves down to a person, and you could have like prophesied this or seen this coming. Something's playing out the way that you knew it would, the way that you suspected it would. I don't really feel like you're in contact with this person, but they have contact. They know how to contact you, okay? Because it's like the energy is present, but it's not like present, if that makes sense. This may be something that transpires in like your distant future, all right, 2026 type of energy, where this person may like surface in your life. That's coming back up. But aside from that energy, this is just you receiving everything that you deserve. You receiving healthy connections, healthy friendships, healthy relationships. Because everybody ain't no fucking demon out here. Everybody's not compromised out here. Every fucking teacher, doctor, lawyer, whomever I've used as an example, which is true, is not a demon. Okay, it can't work like that. For some of you, you are a teacher, a doctor, or a lawyer, or you're connected to some, and it's like you know that. You know everybody out here not wicked because you're not. But it's a lot of motherfuckers that is. It's a lot that are. It's a lot of people that's in that period of like being tried and tested. Can they be compromised? Can they break? And a lot of you could be like in the thick of some things. Please don't break. Please don't be compromised. Because I'm telling you in real time and you see it, what happens if you allow yourself to be compromised for a demonic agenda. That shit is short-lived. Karma will come and find you, and karma will fucking collect relentlessly. It doesn't care if karma has to hit a fucking newborn baby or a fucking 90-year-old great-grandmother. Karma is going to come. Karma doesn't have any fucking bias. It's just energy that's being returned to where it came from. So if you are a baby demon, witch or warlock, or you've been thinking about going fucking demonic, it's not dark, it's demonic, it's distorted. It's going to fucking ruin you eventually, alright? And those of you where you've already went demonic and distorted, I mean, this is just what you deserve. It's not what these innocent men and women and children deserve around you, but you've made them a casualty. You've made them a casualty. You did this to your bloodline. You brought this onto yourself and onto the innocent people in your fucking bloodline. This is the time of humanity, the age of humanity where no one really talked about. where it's still like a big mystery. It's not a mystery anymore. I'm picking up like the what's the last book of the Bible, Revelations or something. I'm picking up that energy. All right, third wheel. So what's up with this third wheel energy? I'm trying to keep these cards neat. They not. Okay, so someone can currently be trying to like plot on you, trying to get close to you. I'm picking up like love bombing, gaslighting energy here. You can be gaslit. I want to say love bombing is not always romance. It's like someone trying to befriend you, someone trying to be lovey-dovey, someone who wants you to see them the way that you see yourself. You're very high vibrational. You're very loving and compassionate. Whoever this person or group of people are, they think that they're playing on like your kindness, or they think that you're naive because you are a good person. Someone may want to like reconcile here with you, or this could be a new level devil. Someone trying to get close to you, and it's like it don't feel right, because you have to know, in the midst of you receiving connections that you deserve, this is when these fucking demons are like in overdrive. Like, let's go towards them too. They want to make it very confusing. Who's the good person? Who's the bad person? What's the good spirit? What's the bad spirit? That's why you allow time to sort this shit out. Either whether it's a relationship or just a friendship, a connection, you never rush that process. You sit back and see how that man or woman performs as a potential lover, or you test these potential lovers. You test these fucking people who claim that they want to be your friend, and how they respond. I'm being reminded of how I tested a woman in particular. I made it seem like I really needed her help, and I had asked her, is she my friend? We supposed to be locked in, and I had asked her, could she help me? And she like dead ass basically said like, I got it, but I really don't too much care about giving it to you type of energy. And once I realized like that's how she was coming, she didn't say those words directly, but that's what her actions indicated. Like, yeah, I do got it, but I don't know if, like, I ain't finna give it to you. I'm not finna go out my way to make sure you are right. But, bitch, we supposed to be friends. We supposed to be locked in. You just told me a few days ago when we drinking and we doing all of that. So what happened? So it's like I was guided to test the bitch. And as soon as she showed me how she really feel about me, I cut her off that same day. And she was like, she didn't even know how to fucking handle that, because people are not used to you checking a bitch. It was two of them, actually. They're not used to you checking them. That was like a tidal wave. Like, it did something to her spirit, and that shit transpired. It was so fucking crazy. And I watched that lady, I watched her fucking, like, karma just hit her instantly. At first it started to hit the people that was around her, who was also trying to get close to me with a hidden agenda. And it's like that domino effect. So test people, test these so-called friends, test these so-called lovers, because if they are who they say they are, and if they're for you, then they're going to reciprocate that energy back to you naturally. Don't let these motherfuckers know you testing them, but just be testing them. Test them randomly, certain shit. What type of person are you? How do you show up in life really? If I need you, if I ask you to do this, that, and the third, would you really? Because if you asked me to do it, I would be there for you. I would try my hardest to show up for you. So you need to test these people before they even like gain full access into your life. These lovers, anyone who has an opportunity to be close to you or to your children. Test the spirits on these people. Challenge these people. Challenge their mindset. Challenge their authority. Going back to like these schools and these organizations, these teachers, these whoever, challenge them. Challenge the authority that they think that they operate in. See how they're going to respond. And once you see how they respond, once their spirit has been tested, that's when judgment comes, because you're not a regular man or woman. You are divine masculine, divine feminine. You walk around with authority. It's not seen, but it will be felt eventually. And once you're called to test these people, however you're being called to test them, professionals, family, whoever these people are, however you encounter them, follow what your soul is guiding you to do, to test them, to trigger them, to challenge their authority, to challenge their position in your life, or the position that they think that they have in your life, and it's going to be revealed. It has no choice. And once it's revealed to you, trust what you have seen, trust what you've heard, what they've shown you, what they've displayed, and then you move based on that. All right? So you have a lot of power and a lot of authority, and this is just a message. Like, so many people are finding out like they made the wrong decision, and a lot of these people, it's too late to turn around. It's too late to go back. But that love energy, I don't feel like it's ever too late to break out of a contract with a man or woman that you married or some shit like that, or that you committed yourself to. But some contracts you cannot break out of. It just is what it is. But that marriage energy is here. That romantic energy is here as well. So, you know, just take these messages as they resonate, because these are a lot of messages. Okay, so yeah, robbery and family. Yep. Both ways. These people's lives who are being picked apart because they killed, stole, and destroyed to get to where they are in life, which affected you. You were the fucking victim. You were suffering. You didn't receive the support, the opportunities, the money, the love, the loyalty. It was all taken from you on a spiritual level. It started spiritually until it manifested into your reality. And that shit was supposed to break you. This was strategic. This was nothing but demonic warfare, demonic intelligence moving strategically, intentionally, and relentlessly in your life. You survived this shit. Now it's their turn. Now it's their turn. Everything that goes up must come down. There's nothing new under the sun. And yeah, these people, they just have to sit back and wait and watch this shit hit them and really realize there's nothing that they could have ever done about it. And whatever they thought that they were doing to you, whoever these people are, these fucking men and women who black magic their way into marriages and commitments, whatever level this is for you all individually, however you're connected to this energy, these people who thought that they could do what they want to do and they thought that they got away with it, they're all finding out damn near at the same time. Like, it's a huge collapse. Like, no, you never got away with anything. You were simply being judged. Your time has come. This is your sentence. All right? But just be proud of yourself, divine masculine, divine feminine, because it's men and women like us and boys and girls like our children who are making this possible. We are forcing the change. That's why it's so important for you to learn yourself in spirit, to pass this knowledge down to your children, your grandchildren. That's the inheritance. That's the real legacy, the truth. And once you instill that truth into your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, whoever is under your guidance, that's when your bloodline becomes, how do I want to say it, solidified, but that's when your bloodline becomes like fully impenetrable, because you've passed this knowledge down and the truth is so strong. The truth outweighs lies 10 times more. You just have to discover that truth. And it's like, once you're awakened to the truth, even when you're going through your darkest moments, you still cling to that truth, because you know your darkest moments is nothing but an illusion. It's a demonic agenda. That's why it's so important for each one to teach one to go back and reach one, starting in your own bloodline, to prevent future school massacres and just, you know, any attack on humanity, any war, any form, because it all starts in spirit. Nothing happens by coincidence. So continue to do what you've been doing. Continue to fight the good fight, divine masculine, divine feminine. Continue to pass this down to your offsprings, to the innocence of your bloodline, because it's not stopping. It's not stopping. This is the age of humanity that was always going to take place. It is fully activated. The shift has already occurred, and it's not going to stop. Humanity is not reverting back. And anyone who cannot survive this level of consciousness, who is not worthy to operate in this level of consciousness, they're being fucking handled. I'm just going to leave it at that, all right? But that is what I have for you. May this message be helpful. I'm sending you all mana, love, and light. And until next time, namaste.